What is going on, Exiles? I got yet another fun build for you today. We will talk about and I will show you my Vaulting Impact Titan. We are focused on slams and aftershocks because this is the only physical focused skill from Quarterstaffs. So we are not full physical though. We are playing Avatar of Fire once again because Avatar of Fire just scales the best for melee builds. And that goes for both mace. I have a few builds with that as well. In the right upper corner, you can see the Earth Shadow Warbinger, for example, or the Earthquake Titan. And I also published Falling Thunder Gemling, so you can check it out as well. But as you can see, AoE is absolutely insane on the mapping. I have two weapon sets. One is for mapping AoE focus, which is this one right here you're seeing. And the other one is weapon set one for pure damage. That's for bosses. I will show you in a bit. This is just some mapping and AoE action. Bridge here in a second as well. Hands down, my favorite map step right here is insane. Like for, especially with the Breach. It's crazy good. You can see this is tier 16 map as well. Sometimes, you know, I'm running a lot of explicit modifiers in the Atlas for better load. So if I'm running, for example, 50% elemental res on monsters, it turns out to be 69%. No pun intended, but which is essentially 69% reduced damage because we are full fire. But it's still good. It's still worth it. Again, I'm one button Andy. This is only one button build. Use one skill to do both AoE and single target. Now, I am also running the Headhunter belt, which you can see the buff in the left upper corner, but it is not needed at all. It does help for mapping. It is not needed at all, though. With normal belt or Ingenuity, yeah, I would get so much more damage if I had Ingenuity. Now, if you're playing Avatar of Fire, there is a specific weapon you need to get, and I do not have it. I am actually losing an about 100% damage increase from the weapon itself because I have a bad one. This one is not for Avatar of Fire at all. This one is it's bad. Let's be honest, it's bad. I do have very unethical quarterstaff, as I mentioned in my last video. It's a mirror quarterstaff, but I kind of refuse to use it because that's just, you know, no one will be able to afford it. I wouldn't be able to either. My friend just gave it to me because he was done with the season, with the league. So yeah. I don't use it for build videos. All right, let's take a look at some boss skills. I do have a few clips for you. I gotta find them in my footage though. First up, we got the Behemoth. I don't like this map at all, man. This one is rough. Not the biggest fan at all of this one. Serious Behemoth. This is actually Delirious map, and it's got also a little Whisper action here, so it's a juice map, and you know, bosses with Whispers are a bit more tough, but this took me about, I believe, 2-3 casts. The one thing that's kind of weird, we also get a little think action. The one thing that's weird with this ability, it does phase through enemies, especially bosses, which is super weird. So sometimes you can, even if you're like low AoE, you can sometimes miss or wave that first attack. It just simply doesn't register on the target. So I don't know why they put no like, I guess hitbox you could call it with this ability. Just phase through everything. But really weird. And sometimes that can, you know, sometimes can mess you up real bad. Real bad. Alright, next up we got the Witch here in this map. Frozen Falls. I'm really glad that they brought more map variety ever since the patch. A couple patches ago. When they said that we will not be seeing the same map over and over. So what I do, I only get this Primal Armament gem instead of Magnified Effect for weapon set 1 for bosses because we do not need AoE. And this took me exactly again, there's a spirit on the boss. This took me exactly 2. Like in one hit, we do over 2 million damage because we have aftershocks. What aftershocks do, they cap your slam, which is free damage. Like 2 skills in 1 use. And that's crazy good. That's why Titan just, you know, beats anything when it comes to slams like that. But yeah, Titan is my bae. And before Druid, when Druid releases, that will be the best slammer in the game. Watch. 100%. Again, boss here, so we tried this magnified effect for primal armament for which is multiplicative elemental damage, which we run only fire. It's because there is percentage damage on the breach rings you can get for very high. Yeah, this was just 2 double cast. Ignite would have killed it as well. Like the Ignite is another strong part of this build. I'm not really spec'd into Ignite, but it's very powerful. It is very powerful. All right, I will take you into the game and we shall talk about some stuff. But first things, we got, of course, the little planner on Mobalytics right here. Full description, you know, everything. in detail what you can take as well if you prefer that. There's the Atlas tree rotation, and there is also the code for Path of Building for full setup, which you can see right here. And you can play around with the passives you personally want, for example, or play around with configuration. But as you can see, the DPS is not that bad because we're running low life setup. And EHP here almost 10,000, which is not too bad either. I am running a hybrid. I can probably talk about it right now. I'm running a hybrid of armor and evasion shields, some energy shield as well. Evasion, not evasion shield. I'm boosted. But the stats look like this: 56% armor, 58 evasion, using Wind Dancer as well. I'm pretty satisfied with this hybrid. First time running this combo, it's very good. Some energy shield as well because of Moir, and some of the headpiece as well. So all in all, not too bad. The only problem, the great defense nodes for ES energy and evasion are up top in here, so it's pretty far. But yeah. Anyways, the support gems for the skills. Vaulting impact, attack speed, you definitely want to get that because without that it's kind of slow. 1.54. On the other hand, it's nothing that crazy. Skills that have this line in the description, total attack time, scale horribly with attack speed or skill speed, like horribly. I wish they would just remove this line from all the skills in the game. Sunder, this one, Rolling Slam, just you name it. But on the other hand, there is a good support gem that came up in this league, which is Reverberate. This scales the aftershock percentage chance from the quarter second of attack time. So my aftershocks right now are 79%, only with one support gem, and with the Ascendancy right here, which is very good. Because the points down here only support maces. Mace slam skills, which we don't have. So pretty good, you only need one. Next up, Pinpoint Critical. We're running full crit setup as well. This will cap your crit pretty easily. I am 100% crit right here from 79. I'm a bit over capping, so it's really great. It's bad right here. At the cost of less crit damage, but there are gloves, which totally fix this, no problem. We have these Maligero's Virtuosity that give you 300% crit damage. You cannot go above that, but with this build, if I did take him off, I would be at 113%. You also save some skill points. You don't have to invest in crit damage, so that is a big plus as well. So a big fan of this combo with Pinpoint Critical. I will probably use it on my other build as well. That's what I just discovered. Shout out to Sajid. He helped me with this as well. His idea of Vaulting Impact Titan was also, he already told me about it a while ago. Fire Infusion, since we are full fire damage avatar as well, right here. And the Magnified effect for AoE. Again, for bosses, you want to get Primal Armament like this, and you want a weapon swap, weapon set 1, which you can see the difference is insane. Like, it goes from 55,000 onto, excuse me, sometimes it bugs out, 55 onto 30,000. Like, the difference is insane. We get so much damage for bosses, it's crazy. Next up, Staggering Palm. I did not talk about it. This is like a gap close or mobility on the map, which makes it so you charge to enemies, and if also you stun with this, you will shoot projectiles every time you use a skill. So every time you use Vaulting Impact, you will shoot a projectile, which helps further with damage. I still didn't utilize it too much. I'm still getting used to it. But this is the projectile. It will pierce all targets. It will apply a blind on the target, which is very good too. Less accuracy evasion. And there is also a great support gem called Blindside. It will give you more crit damage and crit chance against blinded enemies. So that's something to consider. Support gems we have here is Ricochet and Scattershot. Since this supports, or this is a projectile, then getting these for proc is very good. Scattershot probably not that needed. I believe Scattershot does not work if you use it. Like if you use Staggering Palm itself, Scattershot works. But if you get it as a buff, this buff right here, I don't think Scattershot gets activated if you use it with Vaulting Impact. Next up, we got Overpower for more stun build-up. Why not? Persistence to last longer, and Cadence for more attack speed. You will not use this more than 6 times within 4 seconds, so don't worry about this 10-second cooldown. It's just to increase the attack speed the more you use it, so that's very good. As for War Cries, our buffs, we got Seismic Cry. This will apply a Daze. Daze is a stun build-up by 50%. Very good debuff, and this very well synergizes with a Vaulting Impact. As you can see here, it will consume Daze for even more stun build-up, 300% more stun build-up. So that's another thing I need to get used to. I need to do this back and forth on bosses, But as you could see on the bosses, I'll probably do this on Pinnacles, but on map bosses, as you could see, you don't need it. And also this kills pretty good base damage from what I saw from other Quarterstaff attacks. We also got inspiration for a reduced mana cost. In our case, it's life cost because we are running Blood Magic. Infernal Cry is the other one, a big damage. We got Tireless. You got Ingenuity for cooldown, Premeditation for more damage, and Raging Cry to get Rage Gen on bosses when they start. I'm actually missing a Second Wind. I recommend Second Wind because if you're fighting bosses, you need to proc Infernal Cry twice to get the full benefit from up to 100% damage here. Otherwise, it'll be 50%. And this damage increase is ridiculous. Excuse me, not 100%, 150% because of the quality. But it's this skill is ridiculous. As for other buffs / debuffs, Solar Orb is perfect. It will apply Fire Exposure, which reduces target's resistances by 20%, which gets amplified by Strip Away. And then we got Font of Blood for life regen, Font of Rage for the Rage, which is multiplicative damage for each stack, so that ends up being 30% multi-damage, which is very good. This is our only source for Rage, this font, and Infernal Cry. I do not have any jewels or any support gem for Rage, but you can probably add it too if you want to, instead of Fire Infusion, for example. You can probably get that. Probably would be better, actually. And for our auras, we got Wind Dancer, we got Close Combat, we got Conk Effect, and we got Elemental Focus. This is all for damage. This literally one-shot swears. Pretty crazy damage with this one. And I should, yeah, the AoE is still pretty good because of the quality. Even with this support gem, you don't really, like, I mean, you don't really have to use this one, to be fair. It's really up to you. You can also put the Rage support gem in Wind Dancer. I kind of forgot to put it here, but Rage support gem, perfect. Blasphemy, amazing aura for Spirit. This, if you put Flame ability, this will automatically just reduce, your enemies around you, their resistances, fire res, which is more damage for you, even for bosses. Curse to increase its AoE, and then Curse Ground, you actually don't need that. This one is not supposed to be here. But there is another one, which is called, I kind of forgot what it's called, but it amplifies the Curse effect in the aura. But I don't have the Spirit for it. It is called Focus Curse right here. Nope. Heightened Curse, but yeah, I don't have the Spirit for it. Now, if you don't have enough Spirit, you probably don't have to run this. It's because I have 50 Spirit on my Amulet, which you actually don't need that much. I have Spirit on the Amulet and the Headpiece Corrupted, so, I mean, it's not that hard to get, I think. I'm still 17 Spirit over, so it's not that hard to get. Time of Need, Fast Forward, this is my sustain as well. Since you're using Blood Magic, the life cost can be sometimes pretty heavy. So that's why I decided to take these 3 points. Near at hand, reduce skill effect duration to have it proc faster. Right now it procs every 4 seconds. And this is a full heal for over 700 life if you corrupt it. And it dispels every debuff on you, which is curses and elements, which is insane, you know. Shock, chill, ignite, and then curses. It's ridiculous. You're immune to temporal chains and enfeeble and elemental weakness maps, so you can easily run that. Herald of Ash for more AoE, and the ignite from this is actually pretty bonkers. Cannibalism for sustain here, and +1 fire res, or excuse me, +1 fire skills for more damage. So this is amazing, this setup right here. What you could probably do, if you get some more energy shield, you could probably drop like Blasphemy and get Ghost Dance for more survivability, because we are already doing more than enough damage. So I'd probably do that. As for the Ascendancy skill points, I've tried a few versions, so this tree is definitely needed. Like, this gives you a lot of AoE, aftershocks as well, and it gives you a ancestrally boosted, which is multiplicative damage and AoE as well, very important. Now the other 4 points, I tried going here for big heavy stunt, and you know, just a lot of damage, 50% multi. But Hulking Form just ends up being the best because this buffs the faster procs on Time of Need. It buffs the AoE, which is pretty crucial. It's probably the biggest difference. And also defenses like, you know, armor here. We got evasion armor here as well. So I really recommend this one. And then, of course, like crit chance passives right here. So I would do that. If you're struggling with HP, with life, you could probably drop these 2 points and put them in life for more survivability. You can probably do that too. For the other skill tree, again, for Time of Need, faster procs here. This green line is weapons at 2 and red line is weapons at 1. So everything red here is pure damage for bosses, single target. And the red here, excuse me, green here is presence area of effect, which goes for deepest tower. So this is higher reach, even through the reduction on the headpiece itself. That's why I also socket these two runes or talismans, which basically, you know, just cancel out the negative presence of area of effect right here. So this is just a little extra for mapping, actually very good too. And you know, your blasphemy is a bit more effective here. Some more sustain for max res prism guard. I also need to cap out more on my cold res. It's not the best. I don't have the best gear, even chaos. So I could do a better job there. Again, blood magic here. Avatar of Fire. That's the main point of this build. Down here, you want to get some more AoE for weapons at 2. I also cap out my crit with this Tainted Strike. And also you need some accuracy since we do not run Resolve Technique since we have to crit. So this one is amazing. Since we stack on a crate, you will get a lot of accuracy here, which means you will be at 100%, you know, hit chance, no problem. Right here, perfect. And we also do go this way for some more sustain, if you will, AoE. And mainly here, you get stun threshold and then armor evasion. And you also get reduced damage when you get crit by monsters, which is very important. This makes running crit maps very easy. I did run a map where I had a pretty stacked crit for monsters. I had like 72% monster life increase. And I believe they even had resistances. And that was quite difficult, but it was still doable. And we also get some low life nodes here for damage. Of course, ideally, we would want to get all of these small nodes as well, because that's 45% damage increase for one node. That's very powerful. And honestly, I don't know why I even run these for weapons at 1. You just better off to run these on weapons at 1 for damage. But yeah, I would say that would be more. I just went this for because of the penetration. But that would be pretty much it. For the jewels, we got 2 emeralds. Focusing on damage, attack speed, and crit chance. If you get extra like accuracy, that's very good too. And the second one I have is right up top. Again, damage, attack speed, crit chance. And you get melee damage if you hit a proc attack, which is basically staggering palms. So that's very good. That is very good. And the main one here is actually time lost for crit chance and crit damage. All the extra is just, you know, extra. But these two you want to get in this location because it's perfect. We got this node, which is very usable because we get some range as well. And sadly it doesn't range here. And the other one I have is this bad boy. Acceleration for movement speed and skill speed, and then unbending because it's in the range of time lost. But you could probably get a this jewel with Unforgiving, for example, to save a point as well. No problem. That will probably be better if you get Unforgiving, because you would save 3 points, which you can do, which you can put right here for strength, and strength is life. So you kind of want to get a stack. You kind of want to focus on strength as well. You only need to get enough dexterity and intelligence to run the auras and skills itself. I could probably drop some intelligence and just lower blasphemy and the curse, no problem at all. Because I used to run with level 9, it was more than fine. You could do that too. For rotation, single target, what you want to do is drop the solar orb to stack my life regen, but mainly rage. You then do the infernal cry into seismic cry to get my mouse for it doesn't work. It does. Seismic cry to apply daze on the target, and then you just start spinning. Start spinning like that. One little trick which makes it more fun once you get used to it, you can navigate with the direction of vaulting impact if you hold down the button. If you press it once, you cannot do anything, but if you hold down the button, you can literally go in any direction like that, which is I would say pretty cool. I would say it's pretty cool. You can basically just rotate on the, if boss, you know, stands on one spot, you can just do this and just rotate around it and still hit the same spot. So the phasing going through the body, like I explained earlier, is no problem at all. When it comes to gear, this staff is missing one crucial stat, and the stat is right here. You want to get increased elemental damage with attacks instead of the flat elemental damage. So I'm literally missing 100% elemental damage. I will try to show you. It's the same story as my maze builds with Avatar of Fire. I run the elemental there as well. I kind of forgot where my maze is at though. Oh, that's pretty awkward. I mean, I see one, but I don't see the other. But I do know now. This one will be perfect, for example, right? It's got flat physical, it's got percentage physical, and then elemental. The thing is, the reason why is because this elemental, if it's like this with only one as a prefix here, this increases all your damage by this amount, which is ridiculous. But if you get one of the flat elemental damage, like let's say in my case, this elemental right here, if it was on the mace as well, this big number would only increase this one elemental affix flat damage here, which is almost no increase at all. So that's literally 100% damage I'm missing. So that's kind of insane. Melee skills, you want to get that crit chance and then the double fizz plus elemental. That would be the perfect one. Headpiece DPS Tower, again, for the big low life damage nodes here, which are absolutely bonkers, and 120% as well. Now, chest piece, I like more here because this gives a lot of just armor, evasion, energy shields, and it boosts global defenses. And defenses are meant all three as well: armor, evasion, running, and energy shield. So this chest piece pretty much just covers all the defenses here, which is pretty insane, I would say. That's why I have iron runes in it. Gloves here to cap out your crit damage at 300%. It gives you crit chance, attack speed. This is actually perfect. Belt, Headhunter, if you don't have it, get Ingenuity. If you don't have Ingenuity, get like the classic, strength, life, resistances, stun threshold. Boots, movement speed, life, rarity if you want to, or strength, attributes, resistances, good stuff. I would rather have strength instead of rarity. On the rings, very important, like this is, for example, perfect. You want to get the fire percentage damage here, flat fire, and any of the elemental here. Then obviously the classic, resistances, attributes, or rarity. Again, I'm missing strength, which is life. Same story here. Amulet, melee skills is great. Crit damage, crit chance, spirit, life, evasion, or armor, attributes, perfect. What we anoint is Coming Calamity, because we have Herald of Ash, we have full fire, which means we have 50% increased fire damage, and that's wild. For charms, I can really recommend this bad boy, Follow the Axe, to give you Onslaught. Onslaught is skill speed and movement speed. Procs very often in map because every other mob slows you, or there is a ground effect or whatever, so that's actually amazing. And I think that's it. We covered everything 100%, right? Surely. The map mods to avoid little extra is crit chance on the monsters, penetration elemental, and maximum elemental resistances. I would say only these three. Everything else is fine. I think everything else is fine. Yep. But with that said, G's and gents, I stream every day on Twitch, YouTube, soon to be on Kick as well. So if you guys want to follow me, all the links will be in the description. And with that said, I wish you all have a great day, night, morning, wherever you are and watching right now. But thank you very much. Until next time, peace.